A lot of people ask me questions about like studying China, the CSC scholarship, teaching, and just staying back after graduation, and even life decisions like the skill, teaching in China, making money, literally like a lot of questions, to be honest. I wish like someone explained clearly before I even started my journey coming here, because some of the answers you won't even get it. You won't find it easily online. You won't find it on Google. You won't find it like easy. Yeah, there are some agents that also won't tell you, and some people only just learn the hard way, like me. I learned the hard way. So, guys, in this video, I'm going to be answering like 37 questions um, from experience. I really want to help you avoid mistakes and just make better decisions and put yourself in a position whereby you can be able to get the right information for your bachelor's, master's, and PhD. Especially now, things are like getting a lot more like intense. So this video is the right video for you. So first, let's talk about the very first question that I get a lot of times, and that is documents to bring with you to China after maybe like getting a CSC scholarship. The first document is the international passports, and that one is what you use to apply for like the S1 visa. The second, you have to there'll be like this visa page that when you're coming to China for the first time, that they will pull for you, and then you use it to come, and then when you come to China, you will not change your visa. And then we have like admission letter, okay, and then you have JW 201 or 202, which the school or the university is going to give to you. And then we have CS award letter, then the foreigner physical examination form, the academic certificate and transcripts. Then we have like police clearance. Then we have passport photograph, HSK certificates, birth certificates. The birth certificate is not really compulsory, and then maybe like emergency contact details. So these are like some of the documents that you need. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be answering the questions one by one. If you have any question, please leave it down in the comment section. I was answer. Because this CSC, I feel like this is the first time I'm really nervous about CSC, which don't always happen. I'm not always like nervous about CSC, but I think because a lot is changing and they're bringing a lot of rules, so I feel like I don't know how this year is gonna be, but I'm just gonna be here to like guide you guys, help you, and just answer your questions the best way that I can. So, guys, let's go to question number two. What to do when you are not giving the JW form or invitation letter or admission letter? To be honest, like if there was one client that I was actually helping to get that letter, because the person got admission from the university and we were now asking for JW form and the person didn't get it. So the first thing that you need to do is to try to contact the international office, contact the university, or maybe you can even contact CSC themselves. Though I feel like the admission letter and JW is from the university. So if you are not giving, or if there's like a delay, then you have to try to email them, because when you're applying for your visa, you're going to apply for the visa with the admission letter, and you're also going to apply for the visa with the JW form. Sometimes the reason why people don't get the JW form is probably because probably like there's a challenge, right? Because one of my clients I was actually trying to help to get that JW form, like I think when he came to China, he left China somehow. I don't really know what happened. And then he just left. And then somehow, I don't know, the school kind of put in some, because one thing about the university, like if they feel like they don't like you or something's going wrong, they'll just put in like rubbish on your profile, which would kind of spoil um your process when you're trying to get admission again in another university. So that's what happened to him. So after they finished putting all those rubbish on his profile, when he was trying to get like the JW form, it just messed it up. So Sometimes these things happen though. Sometimes I cannot even blame anybody. If you're getting no, before I used to judge people. Before I used to be like, why are you getting issues with the university? But now I don't judge anybody because anything can happen. Anything can happen. So it's just for you to be prepared. The reason I say I don't judge anybody because me, I have had my own experiences of just having issues with university, which is so funny because someone like me, I never have issues with school. I always obey the rules. I always follow the rules. I'm not the kind of person that break rules. But these days, your girl is getting herself in trouble. Anyway, let me get back to it. Let me get back to the questions. I have a lot of story to talk about my experience in China. But because of safety reasons, I'm just gonna keep my mouth short now. So the next question: how to stay back after studying China? So actually, there are a lot of stay back opportunities. I'm not lie. For me, I've gotten my own good share of staying back in China. You know, sometimes when you have like bad experience, you will not be thinking that oh everybody have bad experience. No, everyone don't have bad experience. But I had a bad experience after I graduated from school. And then I tried to get a job, and so many things happened. It didn't work out. I got another job. That one worked out. Oh, that second job. It's just that the company lied. Instead of them to pay me the amount they were supposed to pay me, they were supposed to pay me 9,000 RMB. If I had gotten that 9,000 RMB, oh my God. What I would have used that money for? Hey, so now this company, after they had told me they'll pay me a certain amount of money, only for me to resume, and it did not. They didn't pay me that amount of money anymore. This is just the thing. Like in China, like you have to be very very careful. That's why everything needs to be written down. When they were signing it for me, they put in there 5,000 RMB, and I was actually asking, why are you putting 5,000 RMB? I was just asking question, and I don't even know. The woman was like, "Oh, you just have to put this. You know, when you're applying for the visa, blah 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 blah." In my mind, I was like, "Eh," but it's in the 9,000 that you say you're going to pay me. Yeah, if I know, because I was applying to a company and they'll tell you, "Oh, you should sign and everything." Because I wanted to see the agreement form and they sent it to me. So that's when I saw 5,000. So when I asked them questions, they would say, "Oh," in my mind I was so desperate. I was really desperate for work. That's another thing. When you're doing like any kind of application in China, please don't be desperate. You want to try your best to read everything. You want to read all those informations because if you do not read them and you go to that place, you realize that things will not work out well. So you want to try your best to read all those informations very, very well. Then you will now go. So for me, I didn't read all those things. Though I read them, but it wasn't like going with what they told me. But I was so desperate that I beg, I said, I beg. Since you say you pay me that money, okay now. Only for me to go and they didn't pay me. So it's like experiences after studying, you have to be very like vigilant. You have to be very careful. You shouldn't like rush into companies just because you feel like, oh, I'm desperate, I need money, because you realize that when you rush out. I don't know why I'm laughing because I'm not supposed to be laughing. This is not even funny. But to be honest, sometimes I just think about all my experiences and I just be like, I have been through it, man. I just be like, I have been through it, man. Anyways, so the best way to actually stay back through is like trying to get a job, like work visa, and also like you can apply for another degree. Maybe like now you did bachelor's, you can apply for masters or you can apply for PhD. Also, there are a lot of people that also like have their own businesses in China. So yeah, so you can do that one too. There's also like internship opportunities. There's also like company sponsorship. There's entrepreneurship, which is actually the business. So um though I don't know about like other countries, but I feel like China is very, very different. It's always about like for you to stay back, you have to have like an opportunity or good grades because compared to like other countries, some countries they'll give you like 2 years. Like I feel like after you graduate, they'll give you like 2 years to stay back and see if you can get opportunity. But for China, they don't do that. So you have to like immediately get an opportunity before you graduate. Immediately. A lot of people are gonna be graduating this year. So I feel like some of them are actually really under stress. That pressure of getting opportunity. I can't understand because I remember my time. I was under pressure. So someone's asking how I found Christ. Oh yeah, I'm a Christian. For those of you guys that don't know, the truth is that I grew up in a Christian home and I went to Christian schools. So like Christ has always been like my foundation for everything. I have a lot of goals for this year, but I just always remind myself of how much God has to be in everything, because sometimes you have all this plan for your life, and it seems right, the plans you have, but it might not even be the plan that God has for you. Or you might have all plans in your life, and if you don't have like the right support system, like if you don't have God on your side, it's going to be very difficult for you to achieve all those things that you have actually said, oh, these are things I actually have to achieve. For me personally, I didn't even plan to do this live video. That's for example. I was literally just worshiping God, and then somehow I just like, you know what? Let me come live. I've not been live. I've not spoken to you guys. I started feeling very emotional because this year is the first time that I'm very like tensed, and I'm very like, I don't know whether I should call it I'm scared. I don't know why. But then somehow my spirit started telling me, let me come live, because there are a lot of people that might be going through so much, and I'll just be like focusing on myself. So sometimes that's why, see, when you're in Christ, God just directs you. God directs you what to do. Okay, guys, let's go to the next question. How to apply for Bachelor CSC scholarship? For those of you applying for Bachelor CSC, the first thing that you need to understand is that you have to know the course you're applying for. Then you choose the university. Then you have to check if you're eligible, like talking about the age. Those some people, they used to be so young. Oh, there's someone that I recently, so one of you guys that are so young, and one of the questions I always get a lot of times for those of you applying for bachelor is that, oh, I'm so young, do I still need to apply? And the response I always give them is that as far you get like a letter from your parents, or a letter from so anyone that is just like your guardian, and they give you the permission for you to go ahead and do the application and everything, then you should go ahead and do it. So that's just something that you have to know. Like if they give the permission, then you should go ahead and do it. So you need to also like prepare like documents. Okay, so I've already spoken about those documents you need to prepare. So these are documents you need to prepare, and then you apply on the CSC portal, then you apply on the university portal, then you submit before the deadline and wait for the results. So that's how you apply for the bachelor's. Okay. So do you need like HSK? So yes, if you apply for Chinese thoughts programs, then you need HSK. But if you're applying for English thoughts, you don't need HSK. So that's something you need to know. But there are some university in the university now, to be honest, all Chinese university, even if you apply for Chinese for English thoughts, you will still have to write HSK exam, which is even so annoying, guys. Because even me now, like I have to prepare for the HSK 3. Though I know it's not going to be so hard for me because I mean I've prepared for HSK 5 before. But let me tell you, these Chinese exams are very difficult. I'm beginning to be really good in this speaking Chinese, but the Chinese exams, especially the that speaking one. There's one I used to do well. I remember when I did the HSK 5 exam for was it listening? No, it's not reading. Reading, the reading part. I think for every language exam, the reading part is always very, very tricky. You need to just know the you just need to know like the structure of what to do to pass, because it has a lot of words that obviously you don't know everything there, and then you have to be very quick, because if you're not quick, like you know people to finish. The reading part is always very tricky, so that's something that I feel like a lot of people used to feel the reading parts very well. So now let's talk about like how to find university for bachelor's. So just Google the university name, international admission. Let me tell you what I do. I use ChatGPT. That's AI. So what I do is to like whenever my clients they give me like okay they want to apply for so major or social course, I just go there and just ask this which one is the best. I mean that will give high acceptance. Just give me the university with high acceptance because I really just want to help my clients get the one that they would get. Do you understand? That's just important. It's not as if no, I'm God, right? But at least it's safer when you focus on university that you are so sure that somehow they always accept it. And also, I also think about the country because let me tell you, oh, some universities they are looking at the country. So you also need to check on this part too. You have to check the country and you have to check the whether it has high acceptance. So let's look at presentation for teaching English. To be honest, when it comes to teaching English, the PPT that I use is I don't do PPT myself because I don't have strength. So I think I just go online and I search for there's this site. I think maybe I'll put it in the description, but you can check on Google. There's so many free PPTs, and I just search for the topic. I search for the what else do I search for? I search for the topic because sometimes when you're going to teach the school they don't have textbooks for you to use. They won't even give you the topic that you're going to teach, so you have to be the one to be creative to know the topic you're going to teach that particular grade. You know, they have grade one, grade two, grade three, and everybody they are learning their own various this thing. So you have to now know the grade that you're going to teach and know the topic you're going to teach them, and also know how you're going to teach them, and also know like the games because me I like to play games. You know I like to play. You know I like to play, so definitely I'm gonna like search for like games that I'm gonna play with my students. So let's look at like the simple English games. I love to do a lot of flashcards. I think for me, I'm a very visual person. Even when it comes to like reading, I like to just do things visually. So I used to have a lot of flashcards that look so colorful, and then I actually like do a lot of great games. I do a lot of sometimes I do like puzzle. After I finish introducing the topic, of course, with the PPT, then I play games with the flashcards, and just so that somehow they'll have interest. Because one thing about me when I'm teaching, I know that language is very difficult because I'm learning Chinese, and I understand that language is difficult. So when I'm teaching English, I understand that English language must be difficult for these people. Even though I know how to speak English, it must be difficult for these people. So what I do is that I just want my main goal is to ensure that they have interest. Yeah. Because for me, the reason people always say me I'm a good teacher or I'm a great teacher is because I don't like book. I don't really like reading as much. But let me tell you the kind of books I like reading. I like reading books like about life. Like presently, see the book I'm reading, Surrounded by Psychopaths. And this book is they also have another one which is like surrounded by like I don't know, is it idiots or something like that? I'm really liking this book because it's really helping me. It's giving me the cheat code about humans. But I'm just trying to let you guys know that I don't really like reading. So because I don't like reading, I understand that people too find it difficult with like books, study, and everything. So that way, I can be able to teach them well and be a great teacher by just telling myself that okay, this is difficult. All I need to do is ensure that I'm able to help my students have interest. So the moment they have interest, I know that I'm doing a great job. That's it. Someone is asking a question. Okay, you guys, I'll answer. I'll do like Q&A at the end of the live session. So leave your questions. So another thing that I do that also help when it comes to teaching is that okay, yeah, there's something I also do that is so cool. I teach English with music, with song. Okay. So I play like English song And then after I play the English song, I tell them to write like maybe like 10 or 5 words, maybe 5 adjective or 5 verbs they can hear from the English song. So things like that. I just do that. And that is like really fun and everything. That's something that you can also do. Okay. So where is the best time for apply for visa during CSC? Of course, it's going to be like around like June to August. Definitely, that's the right time for you to apply. Writing HSK exam mm, in preparation for masters for Chinese TOTS. HSK 4 5. Please, I don't know again how to write HSK, but all I know is that if you have a HSK, if you know how to speak Chinese, oh, just know that China will love you. Me, I don't know if I can speak Chinese. Some people say my Chinese is good, but I don't like to lie to myself. I don't like to deceive myself. I don't know how to speak Chinese. But at the end of the day, one thing that has really, really helped me, or the one thing that I really love is that my Chinese have actually improved. But when it comes to writing the HSK exam, I don't know if that's something that I can boldly say, oh yes, I'm perfect in. But I'm one thing I want to do now, but this new year 2026, I'm going to be doing more of teaching. I'm going to be teaching people like how to um I'm going to be teaching people how to like learn write the HSK. Uh-oh, guys. I'm going to be teaching people how to write the HSK. I'm going to be teaching people how to write what? Why am I not showing, guys? uh yeah, I'm sorry for that little error, guys. My apology. Okay, I used my leg to shift the webcam. Okay, guys, let's go to the next question. How to navigate CSC application? Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is to research university, which maybe you should be thinking about doing around like maybe November, December. Then you prepare your documents, maybe like December, January. Then you apply, and your results will come out. Remember that your document should be very like neat. Some of your documents are not neat. Apart from that, you have to apply to the right university because university really matters. So if you're applying for the CSC and you're not applying to the right university, it's you might not actually really get the scholarship. And I'm not trying to be discouraging or I'm trying to give you guys bad news or something. It's just that the reason why I'm so focused about universities that I don't know, like sometimes you might have like good grades, you might have like you're applying for the right major, but if you're applying to the wrong university, you have a high chance of not getting. So you have to understand this so that you do your application well. Apply to the right university. So let's go to the next question. What subject do you teach? Well, I don't know why you guys are asking a lot of questions about like teaching, but let me tell you guys something. I'm not more teaching anymore. I'm not more teaching anymore. So, but there are a lot of videos that I have done on my YouTube channel. Um, so you can check them out. Okay? Yeah. So let's talk about PhD scholarships in China. So when you apply for PhD, especially for 2026, the main focus is on STEM, right? Apart from STEM, another focus is on the proposal. So, and also like the supervisor acceptance. So when you focus on the proposal, when you focus on the supervisor acceptance, when you focus on publications, this would boost your chances of getting, even just having like a supervisor accepting you, this will boost your chance of getting. And even just having like a strong publication, like if you publish something in a paper, you have a high chance of getting. So if you apply the best cities now, maybe if you're an undergraduate student and you're looking for the best cities, you can try Nanchang. Um, which other place? You can try Xi'an, Harbin. Actually, there are so many cities. To be honest, I don't want to focus on just which city is the best. I think the most important thing is what you want. So there are some people that they are going for business. So I'll just say, okay, Guangzhou or Guangzhou, somewhere in Guangdong. Um, so those people who they are looking to maybe after they graduate, then they want to work and they're into like tech, Shenzhen. I think Shenzhen, Xi'an. I think all those kind of places because they have like high tech companies already there. So when you international high tech companies already there. So of course when you finish, you can actually get a job easily. For Beijing, the reason why I always go with Beijing is because Beijing is more about universities. Like there are a lot of universities in Beijing. But there are so many places. So there are so many places in this country. China is big. China is big, and you don't even know where you get opportunities. So just do your risk. Just search based on the course that you're doing. So let's talk about bachelor scholarship. Bachelor scholarship like includes like tuition, accommodation, monthly stipends, and medical insurance. That's all. So if you are like applying for bachelors, then you are focusing on a stipend of 2,500 monthly, which is a lot of money now. And what are the skills that I feel like you should learn, especially if you're a female when you're coming to China? Braiding. One of my countrymates when in Beijing, I think when she was in Beijing, she knew how to braid and she used to make a lot of money um with hair making. Me, I know how to do makeup, but these days I don't know how to do again because I'm not like practicing that much. But me, for me, what I just do is just content creation, and that's it. So there's so many skills to be honest. Even wig, yeah, even barbing hair, guys. If you know how to barb hair, you can make money from that. Even like sewing clothes, even fixing nails. These are things that you can actually learn to be good for you to just make more money on the side because in China you're not allowed to work. So if you have like some of these skills, it's just help you to boost your chances of getting more money. Me, if I knew if I knew I would have gone to learn how to braid or I learn how to do wigs, but you can still do business. A lot of us do business, like buying and selling, because there are a lot of people who like to come to China for business. So that's another thing that you can actually do. Though I don't know if these things are allowed, but one thing I remember, like one of the agents told me when I was asking her, like, what does she think about working in China and everything? She said the best kind of things you can do in China is doing things that are online. At least nobody's gonna catch you. They're doing anything that is online. Compared to if you get a company now, you want to go and teach or you want to go and work and you don't have like the internship to work. That is problem. That is problem. See, these days, I don't know what's going on in China, but a lot of students, or a lot of us are getting problems with work. Even just recently, last year, I think they were like five. I don't remember more than whether they were more than that. That got into trouble working in China, and they didn't have the internship visa. So, like in China, they're becoming really strict. That okay, students cannot work, especially if you don't have that internship visa. So that's something that you actually need to take note of. Yeah, even me too. I don't know. So I'm learning day by day. So I'm just here to like guide you guys to help you. Okay. So where to look for teaching opportunities in China? Um, there are so many places to look for teaching opportunities, but for me the best place is for teaching, is through like agents. Also using the Boss app. The Boss app is like an app that you use to apply for work in China. Though I don't think that people outside China can access this app. So this app is very helpful. When do you get called for interviews? So not everybody is interviewed. Usually PhD, but I think like interview is something that maybe when you're going to apply for a visa, at that time they just call you for the interview and everything. How I teach and study at the same time. I don't teach, so yeah. But if it's how I do other activities, how I do work and study, I say that one thing I do is goal setting. Guys, let me show you. I don't know, I'm sharing you guys my secrets. Why should I be sharing you guys my secrets? Okay, so I got this book. It's new, right? So with this book, I was able to like write down some of my year plans and goals, things that I actually want to achieve. Then I set like a deadline that okay, this is the time that I hope to achieve this. This time I hope to achieve this. When you're doing this will help you. Like it will keep you in in check. Because life is just funny that you can have like plans or you can have goals. You're saying these are things I want to achieve, and then somehow things will happen. You get distracted, and you might not even be able to do those things that you want to work on. So for me, I feel like what I always do that help me is that I always try my best to set a deadline for this. And I learned this from Brian Tracy, where he was talking about the fact that you can have goals and you should set a deadline, and this will keep you active to be able to achieve that thing that you have actually set. So for this year is kind of different. Normally, what I do, I'll just set like 10 goals and that's it, or 5 goals and that's it. But this year, I think my goals for this year are so many. I think I wanted to like, I don't know, I wanted to push myself. So I set like so many goals and then I put on the dates. I would like to show you guys, but I don't want you guys to see what I said. So what I do mm, is that every month, I like now for January, I already wrote down the things I want to achieve from the main goal, right? So first, you need to have a yearly goal. Guys, I'm getting there. Okay, please be patient. I know you guys are like, how did I see? So I set the yearly goal. Then I set the monthly goal. Then I set what is a part. I'll set some goals whereby every day I literally have to do something every day with those goals are set. Sometimes even if I'm so busy that okay, maybe you know what, I'm so busy, I don't have time to do these things that are set. I pray over the goals. I just pray over them and I ask God, God, please help me, help me to achieve this goal. I pray over this. I just start ticking. So for the day, if I've achieved those goals, I just tick. You can see I tick, tick, tick. So for me, I think that's how I'm able to like do school and do other activities because I mean, I just do something every day for those goals. So I'm doing something like now. I'm hoping after this live video, I'm gonna like edit some pictures. I really like editing pictures these days, so I'm just hoping that okay, you know what, I'll just like edit some pictures and upload because for the past few days I have been MIA. A lot of things have been happening, guys. A lot. I've been dealing with a lot in this school. And that's something I would really want to talk about, but I really don't want to talk about it now until later. So now I'm able to like set goals and it really helped me. So that's something that I do that help me to be able to like achieve my goals. Okay. So let's talk about like maybe like guide on visa processing. So if you're going to be processing your visa, you want to be able to gather your documents. You want to book the appointment and time and submit the application and then wait for the visa. Okay. So how many students go admit yearly? It depends. It depends on the university, I guess. So I cannot really talk about how many students the school are. I don't think they really tell us how many students the universities actually like admit yearly. So it actually depends on the university. Schools can achieve admit people for HND, because a lot of people today ask me questions about HND, and I'm here to tell you that universities can actually admit HND, and that's something that you should know. Okay, so let's talk about CSC scholarship that accept ND or HND. Let me see. HND is possible, but I don't know about ND. That's what I was saying. So let's look at in cities that are expensive and cities that are not expensive. The cities that are expensive, we have Beijing. Beijing is very expensive. Beijing is so expensive. I don't know. Next time, if I'm going to be applying for city, I definitely would choose like maybe cities that are actually affordable. Also have Shanghai. Shanghai is also very expensive. Shenzhen and Guangzhou. These cities are very, very expensive. So cities that are actually affordable. We have Nanchang, Taiyuan, Xi'an, Harbin, and Lanzhou. So these ones are actually kind of affordable, and it's so cool that Harbin is affordable, because Harbin during the cold, with the videos I'm always seeing, Harbin is really really nice. So let's look at CSC type A. Hey guys, I'm a CSC type A baby. You, and I would say one thing is that I'm so grateful that I came to China with CSC type A, because if I had come to China with any other type, I don't know if I would have made it. I don't know if I would have survived. So just select type A on the CSC portal. Okay, let me tell you how during our time, because they said that a lot of things have changed. I remember like talking to someone, and the person was telling me that a lot of things have changed. That during their time there were some things, right? But during our time, the first thing was to just apply through the Ministry of Education, or you apply through the embassy. Then after that, they call you for interview. But I don't think embassy they call you for interview. If you've gotten, you've gotten. You just receive your email directly from CSC or from the university. Then you submit your documents, and that's it. So for CSC type A, after you've gotten, right, then you now go ahead to apply on the portal. The moment you get, that's when you now go ahead and apply on the portal. So let's talk about seeking asylum in China with business. Not advisable. I don't even know if there's anything like seeking asylum with business visa. Anyway, guys, you guys ask the weirdest questions. Does type B cover flight tickets? No, guys. No, no, no. But type A does. So if you want flight tickets, apply through type A. Can I use HND to apply for work permit? Yes, you can. Do I submit documents to university for type A? Yes. You must apply on CSC portal, apply on university portal. Chance with HND lower credit? Yes. But choose less competitive schools, strong SOP, and experience help. Okay. So how do you prepare for a PhD research proposal? I think I did a video talking about PhD proposal. So please guys check my last live video. I talked about PhD research proposal. I spoke about the background, I spoke about the problem statement, the objectives, the methodology. I even spoke about how you can write papers and everything, and how you can try to align it with your supervisor research and everything. How to get a pre-admission letter. So the first thing is to try to email your supervisor, attach like a proposal and CV, and that's it. Like I don't know, for pre-admission letter it depends on the university. If you just apply on the university, there's possibility that they'll give you pre-admission letter. So let's look at like writing a study plan. Somebody recently asked me that question that, oh, writing a study plan, how can I write a study plan? And then some of the people that are applying for business administration, the thing I'll advise you guys is that because this year is kind of different, so you want to focus on writing your study planning. So it looks like you're applying for like STEM. Okay. So first you want to write like the background, the academic journey. You want to write why you are choosing China, like your reasons for choosing China and not any other country, and also like how it aligns with your with the course that you want to do. Then you want to also talk about like why are you choosing that particular university, because I mean, there's so many universities. There are over 200 universities. So you want to talk about it. Then you want to talk about your career goals and your contribution to China. And then you want to talk about your contribution to your home country. Um, then you want to try to be clear, honest, and you want to be structured. So let's talk about making money online. Okay. There's so many ways you can make money online. You can make money through YouTube, you can make money through TikTok, you can make money through Facebook, you can make money through affiliate marketing, you can make money through digital products, you can make money through music. A lot of people are musicians in China. So you can do this. You can do this, guys. So let me look at the questions that some of you guys already asked to me here. Yeah. So someone said, Ma, for postgraduate program, is it easy to get them in English taught? Although the language is quite interesting. I've been learning for a while, but doing a postgraduate research with it. For postgraduate program, they have English thoughts and they also have Chinese thoughts. So for me, I don't know the language that you are asking. You said English thoughts. Of course, if you're going to use English, then it's cool. You say, although the language is quite interesting and I've been learning for a while, but doing a postgraduate. So I'm beginning to understand that maybe you are a French speaker, right? Maybe you're a French speaker and you're asking questions of whether you should apply for a postgraduate program in English or something. If your English is good, I advise you to go ahead and do it. But if you know your English is not so good, I advise you to do the one that like suits you. But a lot of French speakers they do English thoughts, so this is something that you can actually do. You can do English thoughts and still improve your Chinese. So, guys, we have come to the end of this video. If you have more questions for me, please leave it down in the comment section below. I was really happy. I'm so happy that I was really able to like stop by, check on you guys, and talk about this video. Just do like a Q&A for you guys. And I wish you guys all the best. For those of you guys that have already they already patronized me, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you so much for choosing Umba Travels to do your application. If there's any other person that wants to do application with Umba Travels, please message me and I'll love to do this for you. Okay. So guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys. Okay. Bye.